Good morning. Welcome to step 1 of our shopping bag make along. In the last post I described the equipment you will need, 120 meters of macrame cotton. I've attached 2 handles here that will be our bag handles to a frame, and I've cut 40 lengths of 3 meters of your cord. Now we're going to attach 20 on this handle and 20 on the other handle. It's the simple lark's head knot, so I'm going to be finding the middle point of the first cord, dropping it through the ring and reaching through and grabbing the long ends, pulling those through to form a lark's head knot. I'm going to be doing it 20 times on this handle and 20 times on this handle, and then we'll see you for the next step. Okay, on to step 2. We're going to take the first 4 cords and we're going to be making a Synthet of 8 square knots underneath each other. We're going to repeat that with the next 4 cords, working our way across, and then we will repeat these steps on the other handle. Working just the first 2 cords, taking the first cord and holding it at an angle. The second cord goes over the top, through once, twice, and that is a double half hitch knot. So we're going to take 2 from this row of square knots and 2 cords from the next row, and we're going to be making square knots to join those together. Okay, so now we have 1 row of square knots, and now we're going to take the very first 4 cords and we're going to drop down about an inch here, and then we're going to complete another row of square knots. Now we're going to join these 2 sections together. So I'm going to turn one side of the bag and just put it directly behind the other. To join the bags together, I'm going to take the last 2 cords on the front side and the first 2 cords of the back side, and I'm going to be making a square knot, and then repeat that on the other side. Going to take the next 4 cords and work across another row of square knots. So we've secured each side together with a square knot on each side, and then we've completed a row of square knots in between and repeated that on the other side. The next step is to continue on making alternate rows of square knots, and each time we're going to drop a little bit more in length so that the bag fans out. Okay, so I've worked 7 rows of square knots. I've increased the distance between the square knot rows just ever so gradually each time. My piece measures from the top here of the macrame down to the bottom row. It's about 17 inches. You can go shorter or longer and make a bigger bag, but I'm going to stop there, and in the next step I'm going to show you how to finish and close off the bottom of your bag. Okay, so to close off our bag, I've turned the bag inside out, moved over to the table, and I've cut myself one extra piece of cord and I've attached that using pegs to the side of the table. And to finish the bag, we're going to be making double half hitch knots across this filler cord. Okay, working left to right, I'm going to take the first cord and then I'm just going to pop it over the filler cord and run it back through. I'm going to do that once and twice. I'm going to keep going with every single cord, going around once, then twice, all the way along. So just unclipping the filler cord from the table now, and we're just going to tie a simple knot to finish those ends off. Now I'm going to trim the ends off to about 1 inch. So an optional extra step here is to run some glue just to close off the fibres on the bottom of your bag. Now I'm going to turn the bag the correct way. Okay, I've turned the bag the right side out, and in the next step I'm going to show you how to line your bag.